Barbers' prices are getting out of hand, and we must do something as a society.
Barbers, y'all getting out of control. Oh, these motherfuckers get a couple of followers and TikTok views, and they just think they can charge me $150. Play what? Hold on. It's just making sure that my lineup is crispy.
Over the new year, I saw a ton of barbers put out on Instagram on their stories saying that they were going up on prices this year. And I said to myself, damn, Terry, you went up last year. How much more can you go up on a simple taper, fade, and a lineup? I feel like I'm having to pay for your luxury lifestyle. Every time I walk in, you have a new pair of gold clippers and some sort of designer cape for me to wear. But I don't care if you cut my hair with a pair of scissors and you put a napkin around my neck. As long as my shit is straight and it's less than $40, I don't care. The reason why barber prices are becoming so high is because everybody thinks that they're some sort of celebrity. They got their ring lights, they got their jackets, they got their black gloves, and they cut your local rapper, and all of a sudden they think that that's justifying charging $100 for a 12-year-old haircut. When I was growing up, 12 years old was still in kid range, and kid range really didn't stop until somebody turned 18, graduated from high school. But nowadays, my 10-year-old cousin and my haircut price are the same. Both of them $60, so I gotta back out $120 just for us to have a lineup. And I already know Barber's justification. Oh, the economy's getting so high, prices are getting so high. I can almost promise you that's your lifestyle. The reason why the prices on the lady who makes food plate goes up every single week is because they see you increasing your prices on your haircuts, and they see you cutting hair with gold clippers. So please go back to the wall clippers with the rainbow guards and make my haircut $20 again, or I'll just go Wolfman for the rest of the year.
Barbers. We all had that conversation, you know, barbering, it's not at the level that it used to be at where, yes, this could be a full career. I know some people, I don't know what you're talking about. My uncle used to own a shop, but like, let's be real, you did, but it wasn't at the capacity it's at now with the 6-figure income, just like everybody wants to be a rapper nowadays. You know, everyone wants to be a content creator. It's more spread as technology got better for people to be barbers and get a little views and all that stuff. As the Kev Newtons would say, Easy would say, like, yeah. And I just don't agree with the pricing. I get it, yes, we can say inflation and economy, but it's like, yeah, we're paying for your lifestyle. And y'all want to get these, yeah, everyone wants to have their set of gold clippers, which I've seen. Everybody wants to, yes, I mean, ideally own your own shop. So I get it, bills have to be paid. But I feel like, to me, if you're a great barber, your clientele will feel. And a lot of people say, some people rent a booth. I understand that. I've seen people do that too as well. But I'm saying the ones that are starting off, or like not even starting off, or get a little content, you shouldn't be trying to charge like 50. I can understand a house call maybe for your gas, your mileage, but me going to the shop, I shouldn't be paying, 50 because you just lined up my hairline, which, y'all, I got that natural joint right now. I ain't brush it all the way. Don't get onto me too much. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, my natural line, which is, there's a front taper. So get front taper on the sides and then just cutting the back, low, fading up the back. So fade the back, taper the sides, line up. And you mean to tell me when I get out your chair, you're gonna be like $60? I don't want none of that enhancement stuff anyway. I don't need that. But you just basically cut hair down, just cut off my gorilla looking, wolf looking, crazy, what I've been got going on, growing on the sides and the back. Cut all that down, tapered it up with a little blend, and then lined it up. And you need 60? And that, let's say it took them like 30 minutes, which a cut should really, if you're not getting much done. No designs, no Beijing, and you want $60. Are you out your rabid mind? Like, what is we talking about here? You're tripping, gang, you're tripping. Everyone always brings up in the comments and everywhere, I miss the cuts being 25, or some people's cuts still 25. I mean, mine's granted to, my god brother, who charges me 20, so it's fair. And he does line up my mustache, as y'all see. I mean, shapes this up, undercuts off the struggle beard that always grows in, which grows in so fast, so cuts that down, lines that up. I can still see that be a good 30, but just the fact you get out the chair, they talking about 60, 65, 75, $80. Like, I get it, y'all need to live, but I personally feel if you're good at cutting hair, goofy boy, and there's women that do too, but I'm talking to mostly goofy boys out there, if you're good at cutting hair, them 20s will add up. 5 clients and they all paid you 20. I know some people tip their barber, which is fair. If you want to tip them, that's cool. So you paid $30 total. That's fair. I'm not mad at that. So let's just say, boom, you got 5 people. That's $100 already. And let's say you got that. I mean, how efficient you cut hair. Some barbers take a minute, but let's say you're one of the most efficient barbers. You go at a 30-minute time limit. You just did that, let's say in 3 hours or less. Let's say less. About 2 hours in, or an hour and a half in, you just made like $100 cutting a bunch of heads because you took about a good 20 or 30 minutes on each head, or doing the simple cut of front taper, or just nobody has the front taper here. Let's just say lined up taper right here, this, and that just took you a good 15-20 minutes. You just did that hour and a half, 5 people like that, and you got $100, and you still got the rest of the day to go. Let's say you got 9 more hours to cut more people. You telling me you can't rack up 1,000 that quick, and you get to go home with that stuff you guys be pocketing. So it's like the fact that you got like, $60, I'm like, that's greed, bruh. Like, you didn't do much to my hair, goofy boy. Like, don't think that you just put the best thing. And they always try to add, yeah, I put the hot towel and all, the facial cleanse. Like, bro, you still not getting 60 out of me. Y'all tripping. 40, I would say at most. But yeah, like the 60 to 65, you get a little views, your videos blow up, okay, everyone becomes a Vic Blends all of a sudden, and now you feel like, yeah, I got the ring lights on my joint. Just because you got them little ring lights, like you said, them little black gloves, all that doesn't mean you're just Mr. Made It. I'm finna cut up your hair. That's $100. No, goofy boy, get out my face. That stuff is crazy. I just feel like that's literal greed. I even think on some people that do with some of their mom and pop shops or pickup trucks, pop trucks, whatever, you know, they do with the food trucks. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And then be charging an arm and a leg for that too. I've seen a few, but that's another video for another day. But even with their businesses, be putting like $70 a plate. And it's like, man, you want people to pull up to you and you charging like, come on, bro. Y'all not that good. I get it. You know, it's a business thing. You're trying to grow, but it's not like you're not going to grow if you don't charge over 70 or 60 for a cut. You'll grow. Word to mouth. And the same thing when they get celebrity barbers, you have, not celebrity barbers, you get celebrities, you're cutting their hair. You got them barbers off the rip, want to charge them 100. They're like, well, they rich, they're 200. It's like, and that's how you make bad clientele. Like, bro, a lot of times word to mouth and networking, what we're in, it's all about really who you know now is the best thing you can do as a barber. You cut a celebrity good and he comes back to you and he telling his partner, his whole crew, come through, and now you guys start charging. All of a sudden he blessed into your business just off of that. You should take that. And I know there's not always greedy barbers that do that, but to the ones that are, y'all tripping, bro. Y'all tripping on my life. You're tripping. Like, what are you talking about? 60, 100. That's $100 cut. No, like, you're not that good. And it's like, bro, you just lining up. And if y'all think because you put some little Beijing that's supposed to change something, you're tripping.
I said, oh nah, boss, I don't use that. He said, I bet, man, you done. I said, man, I appreciate your time, so I'm gonna tip you a little extra, man. How much it is? You know, it's just 300. Hey, I said, huh? It's just 300. I ain't gonna lie, fam. You gotta get that in blood. What, 300? And you was just gonna pull out the black spray? If I end up talking them down to 150, my homeboy say, I don't need a cut no more.
Like this NFL player was saying, yeah, you're gonna have to get it back in blood. For sure. You're gonna have to get it back in blood for sure. Like, there's no way you do not get it back in blood. Like, talking about, I'm gonna come out of pocket. He was looking at him like, how much? You said 300 what? 500 what? Like, bugging. And I agree with him, because I'm like, you can't let somebody get up out the chair, like, you done, no Beijing, all that. Like, yeah, that's still about, like, you NFL player, you make a lot of money. We're gonna say like 300 or 400, we're gonna call it even. You didn't do much. And like I said, I'm not knocking, you know, we can go back to 2020 with essential workers, and we was all fighting for the barbershops to be open just as well, because barbers are essential workers. We're not saying y'all not essential, for sure. We're not taking y'all credit away. But if you feel like you have to charge 50 plus for cuts or 70 plus, and you're like, because I'm a great barber, I'm the nicest out here, don't make you nice. If you build a good clientele, or let's say you just get a good current 10 clients coming in, and you maybe get like a new client every time, but you have the same ones coming through each time they need a cut, or let's just say you build a good volume of clients because you charging so cheap, but them haircuts come out so nice, I'm telling you, it would add up. That's why I look at it like, when everyone tries to be expensive off the rip when starting businesses or becoming a barber, becoming an entrepreneur, and people feel like, I gotta charge you 400 off the rip. You talking about, I'm trying to make it out here. That's gonna get you quickly dropped before you even start. You starting out a good 25 and cutting everybody's heads like a pop like this, and efficient, and you good. Bro, life can go on for y'all. But yeah, nah, I think that's some bull crap to what most barbers be doing, them taper fades and line up. And I think y'all just think adding the Beijing, which I get it, that stuff costs, but you think adding it to a lineup every time, enhancements, and you be like, yeah, that's $50 right there. You didn't do much, gang. I mean, yeah, you can throw in stuff when you do designs, but still, then I feel like a reasonable price for me is at least 40 max, minimum 25. I'm not saying, yeah, y'all pay $10 for a haircut, $5. No, definitely not saying that. I say from 25 to 40 range, fair. 45, you're pushing it. 50, stop talking to me. Delete my number. Never call me again. I'll never sit in your chair again. But I say 40 max is being generous. Really, I would like the 35 to 25 range. And I just feel like you're a great barber. You do business, but you can grow off of 25. Y'all act like people don't work for 25 an hour, and that you ain't making. You tell me you can't make no money 25 an hour, you still broke? That sounds like you just got a gluttony problem, my boy. That have nothing to do with me. But if you feel like 25 can never help a pocket, and you cut like 6 or let's say, heck, 20 clients that day, which your hand might fall off. I don't know how y'all do that. Let's say 15 clients a day, that 25, and you pocket that 25, then the next day you got another 10 clients, and you tell me those 25s don't add up, you're greedy. You're really greedy, and you have an issue. But tell me what y'all think down below, barbers, non-barbers, people that go to their barbers. How much does your barber charge? And what's reasonable to you and what's not reasonable? But if y'all enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, stay positive, inspired, be great and blessed and never stress. All glory to God for this video. Peace.